Stop. Before you skip ahead, I need you to understand one thing. The AI tool on your screen right now is not the problem. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they are all at minimum 10 times more powerful than what you are currently getting out of them. The gap is not the tool. The gap is the prompt. Most people treat AI like a search engine. Short question. Expect a magic answer. But AI is not Google. It is a reasoning engine that needs context, constraints, and a clear outcome before it can produce anything worth reading. When you type, "Write me a landing page," the AI has to guess your industry, your audience, your tone, your goal, your length, and about 100 other variables. Every guess it makes moves the output further from what you actually need. Today I am going to fix that, permanently. 100 prompts, 10 industries, one framework that ties them all together. By the end of this video, you will never write a weak prompt again. Every single prompt in this video is built on one 4-part framework. It is called the Vibe Protocol. Learn this once and you can engineer your own expert-level prompts for any situation forever. V is for voice. You assign the AI a specific, credentialed expert role before you ask for anything. The AI does not just perform differently when given an identity, it performs at a fundamentally different level. The persona activates patterns from thousands of expert documents in its training data. You're not just adding words, you're unlocking a different mode of reasoning. I is for intent. Do not describe the task, describe the outcome. Write copy is a task. Write copy that makes a burnt-out founder feel like this product was built specifically for them. That is an intent. Intent-first prompts produce goal-aligned output, not just technically correct output. B is for boundaries. This is what separates elite prompts from average ones. Tell the AI exactly what not to do, what format to use, what length to target, what assumptions to make. Rules do not limit the AI, they focus it. An unfocused AI gives you everything. A focused AI gives you exactly what you need. E is for examples, the single most underused technique in prompting. Showing the AI even one example of excellent output cuts your iteration cycle by 60%. You do not need perfect examples. Even a partial reference trains the model's direction instantly. Here is the multiplier effect when you combine them. V alone, 2 times better output than a single sentence prompt. V plus I, 4 times better. V plus I plus B, 8 times better. V plus I plus B plus E, up to 15 times better output. Not 15% better, 15 times. Every prompt in this video uses all 4 components. Chapter 1, App and Software Building. 10 prompts covering architecture, debugging, database design, API integration, code review, security, and performance. Here is what most developers type. Build me a task management app. And here is what the AI gives back. Generic. No stack recommendation. No database. No phases. No warning that your planned features will take 6 weeks to build. Now watch what the Vibe version produces. The output, a complete 500-word architecture brief. Exact stack. Next.js. Supabase. Clerk. Versal. 3 development phases. A full PostgreSQL database schema with 6 tables. And a warning. Your planned team collaboration feature will take 3 weeks alone. Cut it from phase 1. That is the difference between spending a weekend building the right thing versus spending 3 months building the wrong thing. Chapter 2, Content Creation and Copywriting. Viral hooks, long-form articles, email newsletters, sales pages, SEO content, brand voice. Here is what most people type when they want a LinkedIn post. Write a LinkedIn hook about AI tools. The output, AI tools are changing the business landscape in 2026. Here is what you need to know. 0 engagement, generic, forgettable. Now the Vibe version generates 10 different hooks across 10 formulas, ranks all of them, and then writes the complete post body for number 1 automatically. The ranked number 1 hook. I tested 47 AI tools for my small business in 90 days. 43 of them were a complete waste of money. Here are the 4 that paid for themselves in week 1. You do not write a second prompt. The first one does the whole job. Chapter 3. Business strategy, business validation, go-to-market, competitor analysis, revenue models, pricing, business model canvas, fundraising narratives. The one every founder needs before they write a single line of code. What most founders type: is my business idea good? What the AI says back: your idea sounds promising. Here are some things to consider: market size, competition, target audience, revenue model. Useless. That is literally what every business book already says. The Vibe version attacks your idea the way a real investor would. 5 brutal tests. The so what test. Does the pain actually justify a product? The why you test. Why are you the right person to build this? The why now test. Why does this need to exist in 2026? The who dies test. Which existing business loses money if you succeed? And the default dead test. Is this business default dead without external funding? If your idea survives that prompt, it is worth building. If it does not, you save 2 years of your life. Chapter 4. Marketing and sales. Cold email sequences, ad copy, objection crushing, LinkedIn outreach, customer avatars, launch campaigns, sales funnels. The prompt that pays for the entire Bible in week 1. What most salespeople type: write me a cold email to get clients. The AI responds: hi name, I hope this email finds you well. I wanted to reach out about our services. Deleted before the second line, every time. The Vibe version produces 5 emails, each under 100 words, each engineered to earn the next read. The breakup email in sequence 5 alone typically generates more replies than the first 4 combined. Why? Because people respond to things ending. Chapter 5. Product management. PRDs, roadmaps, OKRs, user stories, sprint planning, stakeholder updates. The prompt that makes every PM look like a senior. What a junior PM types: write a PRD for a new user dashboard feature. Generic. Engineering will ask 20 clarifying questions before touching it. The Vibe version eliminates every one of those questions before they are asked. That last rule, testable in under 5 minutes, transforms the output. Vague criteria like the dashboard should load fast become the dashboard renders fully within 1.5 seconds on a 4G connection. Specific, testable, shippable. Chapter 6. Data and research analysis. Market sizing, research synthesis, investment memos, industry trends, financial models. The prompt every analyst needs. What most people type when they need market data. How big is the SMB AI tools market? The output gives you numbers without methodology, useless for any real decision. The Vibe version forces the AI out of academic analysis mode and into decision support mode. It shows the full TAM, SAM, SOM calculation, low, mid, and high scenarios. The single biggest assumption that could make the whole analysis wrong. And it ends with: if I were pitching this to a venture capitalist, here is the number I would lead with and exactly why. That is the difference between a report and an insight. Chapter 7. Design and UI UX. Onboarding flows, microcopy, design systems, landing page structures, accessibility audits. The prompt that turns a blank design file into a complete brief. What most people type: design an onboarding flow for my SaaS app. The AI gives 5 generic steps that describe every SaaS ever built. The Vibe version maps the user's emotional state at every single step, not just the action they take. When designers think about what the user is feeling at each moment, they make completely different decisions. That one addition produces better products. Chapter 8. Video and social media. Short-form scripts, content repurposing, YouTube video architecture, social calendars, caption writing. The prompt that turns one piece of content into 30. What most creators type, repurpose my blog post for social media. One tweet. That is it. The Vibe version generates 25 pieces of content from a single source, 5 LinkedIn posts, 3 Twitter threads, 4 YouTube short scripts, 2 Instagram Reels concepts, 10 standalone stat images, 1 newsletter section. That is a full month of posting for most creators. That last rule, every short must work without sound, forces the AI to write text overlays for every video, which is exactly how 60% of short-form video is consumed today. Most people never think to ask for it. Now you have it automatically. Chapter 9. Customer research, user interviews, churn analysis, persona building, NPS interpretation, win and loss analysis. The prompt most companies skip and then wonder why their product does not grow. What most teams type. Why are users churning from my product? Generic. Every product that ever existed churns for the same stated reasons. The Vibe version runs an actual diagnostic. It finds the surface reason, what users say. The structural reason, what they mean. The real reason, what actually happened. And point 4, the moment it was already over before they thought about leaving. This changes product roadmaps. Churn does not start when someone cancels. It starts when they have a bad experience they do not bother to report. Finding that moment is worth more than 6 months of feature development. Chapter 10. Personal productivity. Productivity systems, high-stakes decisions, second brain organization, weekly reviews, habit design. What people type when they feel overwhelmed. How can I be more productive? You have read that answer 800 times. It has never worked because it is not built for you. The Vibe version builds a system that matches your actual life. That last rule, do not add, replace, is the entire reason most productivity advice fails. It assumes you have empty hours waiting to be filled. You do not. Real systems find wasted hours inside the hours you already have.
Now I want to give you 3 techniques that multiply the value of every prompt you just saw. Technique 1. Prompt chaining. A single prompt is good. A chain where each output feeds the next is transformative. Start with the business stress test that validates your idea. Feed its output into the customer interview prompt that builds your validation guide. Feed those findings into the go-to-market prompt that designs your launch strategy from real data, not assumptions. 5 prompts. 1 product launch. Built on confirmed intelligence at every step instead of guesses. Technique 2. The persona stack. For any complex decision, run the same question through 3 different expert personas and compare their answers. The disagreements between personas reveal the genuine trade-offs you need to decide on. The truth lives in the tension between all 3. Technique 3. The constraint escalator. When an output is good but not great, do not regenerate. Add 1 constraint that targets exactly what is missing. Too long? Rewrite this in under 150 words without losing the core argument. Too generic? Replace every generic claim with a specific example. Each constraint refines the previous output. Faster and better than starting over every time. One more thing. The best prompt writers are not loyal to one AI model. They are loyal to quality output and they use whichever tool produces it. Claude by Anthropic, best for long-form writing, nuanced reasoning, research synthesis, and any prompt requiring judgment. Use it for business strategy, customer research, chapters 3, 6, and 9. GPT-4o by OpenAI, best for structured output, coding assistance, and tasks requiring consistent format. Use it for app building and product management. Gemini by Google, best for real-time information, it has live web access. Use it for competitive research and trend analysis. The practical rule, start with Claude for thinking, use GPT-4o for building, use Gemini for research. 100 prompts. 10 industries. 4 vibe components. 3 advanced techniques. 1 model router. You now have a prompting system that puts you in the top 6% of AI users worldwide. The full Bible, all 100 prompts in one document, formatted and ready to copy-paste, is linked in the description. It is $27. At the rate it saves people's time, most people make that back in the first session. If you are not ready to buy anything today, the free option is also in the description. I publish a free weekly brief on AI tools, vertical markets, and where the real opportunities are in 2026. It goes out every Monday. Subscribe to the channel for the rest of this series. Next week I am covering the $2.5 trillion market that OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft are all ignoring at the same time. That video will surprise you. See you there.